What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the Mostly Sorry podcast. I am your host, Joel Jimenez, a.k.a. the Platinum Chihuahua, a.k.a. the fucking drum-off champion of the world, a.k.a. the golden leotard, purple dildo slanging motherfucker. Yeah, that guy. That's me. Here I am. You know, people been asking me to do this for a long time, and finally here. Got it all set up. I am here with my producer / co-host, David Deary. David Deary, do you want to say hello to the people out there?
Hello, people out there. What's going on?
Nice, cool. We are still deep in the quarantine. So David figured out a way for us to do this away from each other and still get it going. That's been the story of this podcast. I've basically been trying to get it off the ground for a while now. And I just kept hitting walls. And finally, David was like, I got a camera. I got a microphone.
Finally, David was like, I have a camera and a microphone. That's all it took was a camera and a microphone? My God.
Well, I don't want to talk about the other things.
Congratulations, no. Joel. Come on, let's take a second. Everybody out there, congratulations, Joel.
Wow.
You did it, man.
I mean, first episode. Let's hold off on that first, Okay. All right, fine. I'll give myself a little pat on the back. Here we are. I'm just excited to be doing it. And today's show is brought to you, our sponsor for the first show, Hot Bob Hot Sauce. Available at Lodge Bread Company at both locations. So if you're in Culver City or Woodland Hills, that's right. Yeah, Lodge Bread Company. You ever heard of them?
I never have, no.
Okay, I used to be a line cook there. So
they get a free plug too. That's nice.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. I'm doing this because my childhood friend. He's like one of my oldest friends. His name is Robert. He is a chef there. He has created his own hot sauce, and he's just kicking ass at life. So I'm just trying to big up the homies.
And you can only get it at that location. You can't get it at
for now,
a website?
Okay. They're setting all that up. This is just fresh off the presses news right now. I'm trying to.
Sweet.
I saw an opportunity to throw it out there, and I thought, fuck it, why not? So here I am, just plugging it away, dude.
There you go. I can't wait to try it. I can't give an honest assessment of it, but I'm sure it's great.
Well, I've had it. I was actually the day of the Ventura Kill Tony show, I stopped by the Woodland Hills location on my way to Ventura, and I had some, and it's fucking good, dude. I wouldn't plug
there you go.
Some shit that I didn't like, I'm trying to
Not yet, but you will eventually. I'm sure you will. Come on.
For the right price, possibly, but I would like to keep it sort of like, I would like to, plug the things that I actually believe in and stuff, so... Yeah, dude. So that's that. So here we are.
Well, there you go. Hot sauce. The fans love the hot sauce. And you know what else the fans love? The fans love asking you questions. We already have questions from the fans. That's right. Cool. And we have an email. I'm a great producer. I already set up an email. So if you're a huge fan of Joel, hit up mostlysorrypod@gmail.com and ask him a question. You want to hear some questions from fans, or how do you plan on getting started? I know we talked about, keeping track of your mental health and doing a little check-in. So maybe we should start with that. You want to start with the little mental health check-in?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
The mental health. We're going to call it the mental health minute. So just real quick. Where you at? 1 to 10.
Right now I'm good. I would say an 8 or 9. I would say an 8. All this quarantine shit has me a little bit finicky, and I woke up a little bit panicky this morning, and we talked yesterday about meditation, me and you, and I tried it a little bit during my panic, and so I just basically was breathing in and out, focusing on my breath, and anytime a thought would come into my mind, I would just sort of try to swipe it away and let it happen, but not freak out about it, but then just check back in with my breath. And I fell asleep a few times doing it, and I didn't know till I woke up, and I was like, oh wow, that worked enough to get me to fall asleep. So it was nice. It's actually it's kind of a trip, man. It was nice to get outside of my head. I guess that's the thing. It's with meditation, I I don't mind if I only free my mind of those thoughts for a couple of minutes at a time. Like that's, it's better than what I've been doing the past year, which is just living with my thoughts continuously. So it was nice to get a little bit of a break from that.
But yeah, but I mean, you're supposed to meditate before you have a panic attack. And before
no, I know.
So when you do, but I'm just saying, obviously it's no big deal.
Yeah, that's been I guess that's like a running trend with me is like I don't do things until I have to, which is not a great way. I'm getting better at it, and there are definitely
like
things
this podcast, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that. One time, Jeremiah gave me a computer, like his old computer, a while back, and it was a desktop, and I didn't have a desk for it. So he would hit me up like week after week, like, Joel, have you got in that desk? I didn't get a desk. This dude bought me a desk on Amazon, and he assembled it because he knew that if he gave me the box, that it would just sit in the box for a while. So if your friends aren't, giving you computers, setting up desks for you, and taking them to the Comedy Store to watch you put them into your truck fully assembled, then I don't want to hear about your friends.
You seem like the guy. You seem like the type of guy who would be able to assemble a desk, man. That's kind of shocking.
No, that's the thing. I can do it. Whether or not I do it is another. I think I have procrastination, dude, like the plague. Like if procrastination was a disease, I got it. So I don't know if there's anything to fix that.
Well,
I don't know.
How long
sometimes
do
I
dishes
think.
sit in your sink?
Well, it's been interesting because not long. Lately, I do them every day. I like wake up and that's like what I do because there's nothing else to do. Like it's honestly sort of household chores have been keeping me kind of sane in this time because there's literally nothing else, and it kind of gives you a semblance of normality, I guess. So
right.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I really, there have been times where I'm like, dude, like, do I need Adderall? Like, do I legitimately have like severe adult, like, attention deficit disorder where like I just can't get things done sometimes. Sometimes I need a deadline to get things done. Like, I feel like with projects in the past, like I do my best work like the night before this shit is due. Which is like maybe a cop out. Like I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm trying. That's one thing that I'd really like to get better at. I think that I'm 33 now, and it's like I would hope that within the next 2 years I can like become an adult. I don't know, whatever. But I'm also like I never cared about those sort of like societal rules. I guess it just comes from being like a punk ass kid and like not. But even maybe all that's just a cop-out, Eventually, the truth is going to rear its ugly head, and it's going to be time for me to, put on my big boy pants and fucking step up. I have done it with things in the past. I just don't know why certain... and it's honestly, a lot of it is like tasks that are super easy for people. Like, paperwork makes my brain want to melt. So I don't know.
I avoid paperwork like the plague. I avoid paperwork like crazy.
And it's dumb shit too. It's like even like there have been moments. Yeah, that shout out to the IRS. I'm working on it.
Yeah, right.
No, I am. Seriously, I got to do that this week. Luckily, they extended it because of this thing. We might have to beat.
I got
to
do it this week. I've been saying that for 6 months now. Got to do it this week. I got to do it this week, and soon it'll just be the deadline, and you'll just be the night before doing it, just like you said.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucking. I really got to get better about that sort of stuff. Like if I want to live in the world as a functioning individual, I can't. I just
Who
can't.
Cares?
I
Fuck
know.
all that.
I know. But it's like, I want to be able to survive. I guess I believe in my head that I have the skills to survive. Like when the shit hits the fan. The problem
is everybody
is
out there in podcast land. Everyone Venmo Joel $1,000 right now, and that's just he's gonna retire. Right now, and then I don't want to hear it. No one wants to hear about paperwork, Joel. Let's get to the questions.
Some
Joel.
people
let's
love
see.
paperwork. I got friends who fucking love it. Like they're
No,
like,
I'm saying paperwork, Joel. No one wants to hear about paperwork.
People like the raw stuff. I'm talking about what irks me. That's one thing.
The raw stuff.
That's the raw stuff, man. Paper.
Dude, the fucking raw stuff, man.
Paperwork, all that shit. You know, menial taxes. By the way, that was something that I brought up as like a theory. Like, if I fuck up any words or like I think it's pronounced menial. Or if I get any facts wrong, I want people to email us. Let me know. I'm trying to grow as a human being. I want to progress. That was something that I wanted to do with this podcast. I don't want to just have like bro science moments that we never fix. But yeah, all right, go ahead. Sorry.
So you embrace the idea that people can critique and correct you. If you say a mistake, you want to hear that people.
Don't be a fucking dick about it. But there's a way to do things. That's another thing. That's sort of like. People, I think, because we're on Kill Tony, I think, and I've had people tell me that they thought I was going to be an asshole until they met me, because we are sort of like, we're dicks on the show sometimes, but it's the roasty nature of the show. I feel like most people know what they're signing up for, especially now. But, like, people will just, like, they think that we just sit around roasting each other 24 hours a day, and so whenever they comment on some shit or ask me a question, it's always some roast joke or trying to fucking take a jab at me, and it's like sometimes I am just washing dishes or doing my taxes, or making a banana smoothie. I don't need to be told whatever that I'm.
It's hard to believe, man. It's really hard to believe that you doing I just see you as like a back flipping, mankini wearing, sock on the dong kind of guy. Just full steam ahead, just constantly. Yeah. Maybe sleep for 2 or 3 hours a day.
I don't know, man. If we've learned anything from our idols or the people that we look up to that live life that way, that's like you burn out fast if you live your life like that. Like if you're gonna go the balls to the wall, God bless you if you go that route, but like it's just not sustainable in the long run. So I'm trying, and I'm such a neurotic mess, dude. Like the other thing is like. Things like health, like I'm an idiot. Like I'll eat like shit, and then then I'll get like some sort of stomach issue, and then I'm like, oh, now I'm juicing, now I'm eating well, now I'm gonna take care of my body. Where I would like to live a life where I just take care of my body and maybe increase the longevity of my life. And it's like if you don't have your health, you don't have anything, man. I hurt my leg a few months ago in jiu-jitsu, and dude, I was like. It really put into perspective, like, I was really grateful once it didn't hurt anymore and I could just walk normal. And, like, we take this shit for granted, myself included. And I guess that's what I'm saying is, like, I want to transition into this life that is preventative rather than, like, oh, shit, this hurts, let me fix this now. And I think that is, like, a big sort of, it's kind of an issue with our lifestyles as modern human beings. It's a lot of it is not preventative. It's like put the Band-Aid on, take the pills, do the medicine. It's like and I'm not sure that's how I want to grow old, dude. I want to be the fucking 50-year-old guy who's ripped and but the thing is, I love pizza and Philly cheesesteaks and fucking, I don't know. I love bad food. Wings, dude. The amount of wings that I have eaten during this quarantine is ridiculous. Like God, oh my God.
Is that your what's your weakness? Wings?
I would say, yeah, wings with blue cheese, dude, and like maybe like micheladas are great, and beer is so fucking calorie dense, dude, and if you drink 3 beers, you might as well eat 30 wings.
You might as well fucking kill a child.
Well, that's
what else? What about mayonnaise? What about mayonnaise?
I fucks with mayonnaise. You know what's funny, man? I was vegetarian for 6 years, and when I was doing that, I was I learned that I kind of like veganese better than regular mayonnaise.
I'm not sure veganese is better for you than regular mayonnaise.
I don't.
Veganese is just whipped oil. It's not great.
Well, that's an interesting topic. I quit being vegetarian. I think in November of last year, and it was because I was just tired all the time because I wasn't sort of eating a healthy vegetarian diet. Like my first year of being vegetarian was all bean and cheese burritos from Del Taco and pizza. Like
great.
that, but it got me through the first year. And then, so here's another thing is like what I've been thinking about lately is, but then I started eating meat. I thought it would help me, but I'm still fucking tired all the time. I think it's just my eating habits, dude. I'm not preparing the proper things. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's normal to be tired as well because I don't really know. I'm not sure. I feel like I don't take naps. Maybe I should take naps. But yeah. I eat well. I sleep well. I exercise pretty much every day. And I still get tired in the middle of the day at times. And I'm not sure if it's...
Dude, I've been so tired that I'm like, do I need drugs? Like, is this the day that I start a new habit? Like, it's so insanely tired sometimes that I feel like I'm dying. That is a little hyperbolic. I don't feel like I'm dying, but I definitely feel like, they say sleep is the cousin of death. So I'm definitely, close to it in relation. But I think, I don't know, man. I would like to, I see these vibrant, like men that we know in our lives. I mean, you see like the people that I, aspire to be that are older men or women who are living these healthy lifestyles, and they seem to be sort of they figured out a way to sustain the energy. I'm not asking for 12-year-old,
I'm sure they're bummed out. I'm sure they're depressed. They probably sleep a lot.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure they eat mayonnaise. For sure, they eat mayonnaise.
Yeah, well, so it's like, have you ever seen?
Mayonnaise is too good.
Have you ever seen The Rock's Instagram, like on his cheat days? You ever seen that stuff?
No, but I assume that he must eat so much food.
Dude, it's amazing. Like, the other day I was watching Hobbs and Shaw, and just for fun, we're in a quarantine. Why not throw on the Hobbs and Shaw series? I'm not trying to watch film noir or anything like that in these trying times. I need stuff to lift my spirits. So I threw on Hobbs and Shaw, and there's a scene in the beginning where The Rock is with his daughter at this diner, and they bring out this little plate of waffles. He goes, "No, that's for the little one," and he motions over to his daughter, and then the entire staff of the diner comes out with plates for The Rock, and one of them is like, I shit you not, like a 3-foot stack of pancakes, and it's not that different from the shit that he actually eats on his cheat days. Like it's I bet you that humongous body of his has to eat so much to just sustain itself. But like, man, there was one day he posted a photo of like this sushi spread, and it was like Costco presents sushi. Like it was fucking, I mean, the overfishing that he must have wreaked havoc on the ocean just by that one sort of plate of sushi. It was ridiculous. But anyway, so that's the thing. I also think I have fucking...
I'm sure he goes to the gym every day, though. That's what he does, right?
His
job is the gym, right? I mean, if you go to the gym every day and you do 2 workouts a day, you can eat whatever you want.
That's right.
Eat anything, and you have to eat. If you look at the strongest man in the world, like what he eats every day, he's got to eat like 85 million thousand hundred, just calories.
I thought of something funny, man. Like in the future, like right now we have like the strongest men in the world competitions, but as technology, in my mind, sort of inevitably interacts with humans, like when will we no longer need muscles and stuff like that, and then we'll just be like, we'll have the strongest brain in the world competition. It sounded really funny in my head, and then as I said it, I was like, this is really dumb. Because I think that we'll probably need muscles forever because we're going to need strong people to take out the robots. Also, that's another thing. The robots, like, I watched Ex Machina the other day. Great movie. You ever seen that?
Oh, I love that movie.
So I was watching it, but like, I have a fucking... She's going to talk to me right now when I say her name, but I have an Alexa. And, we got Siri and all that. And the amount of times that I say, tell her to do something, I'm like, hey, Alexa, do this, and she's like, I don't understand, and I'm like, these are the robots we're scared of. They can't even like, they don't even play the right song sometimes. I'll say like the same thing over and over, and I'm just not so sure that we're anywhere near these robots being super scary.
Did you see the that movie Us?
Yes,
Jordan Peele movie?
okay, this is interesting. Yes, I'm glad you brought that up.
I thought that was a funny joke where like she's right before she's about to be murdered,
That's
she yells
right.
out whatever, Alexa, call the police, and she goes, now playing, fuck the police.
Yeah,
that was a great joke.
That was good. So I loved Get Out, right? Like I'm a big.
Oh,
I thought
for sure.
I thought that and this is coming from a horror perspective, minus the sort of cultural phenomena that Get Out was, which was awesome. You know, it was a great movie, but I think that Jordan Peele did something that like is really hard to do. Where one of my favorite horror movies of all time is Evil Dead 2. So I love Sam Raimi. I think that he loved the Three Stooges, and so he tended to put a lot of comedic elements into horror movies, but the horror was still really scary. You know, it wasn't like a comedy horror movie. It was just, of course, you know, when something terrifying is happening, like we're gonna joke about it because that's just how we cope with things. So I thought that that's something that Jordan Peele has really fucking nailed. Like the jokes are really great. I think that the cinematography in both of them was really great. I did not enjoy Us as much as I like hoped that I would. I didn't hate it. I thought there was a lot of great moments. I thought that and this is coming from I'm all over the place right now, but I'm fucking going now. And it's like I hate when I leave a movie and the people behind me are like already talking about it. Like, wait till you get to your car, please, because I don't want to hear your stupid opinion. And they're always like, yeah, they're always like, kind of, and they're always like sucked. Because sometimes I think like to get a movie made is such a miracle.
Right.
Like the scheduling, like all that shit, the money, everything that it takes to get a movie made is incredible. And so for somebody's years of their life to be summed up by some fucking idiot who's never done shit in his life to like leave the theater going sucked, I think it's like, just wait till you get your car. Like, don't pollute my fucking headspace with this shit. But, so, I don't know what I'm getting at here is like, so basically, when I get mad at those people, I go, yeah, but where's, or when I start to critique a movie, I go, well, where's your fucking movie? Like, sometimes I feel like I don't have the right to critique a movie because I didn't make a movie. So it's like not fair for me to shit on somebody who actually accomplished a goal in their life. But that long thing being said, I'm about to critique this movie. I thought
it is fun.
Yeah, it's just interesting. I thought that the cinematography was great. I loved the music. I thought the actors were really good. I thought that it was just a little muddy. Like I didn't really like, and I hate when like cinema people are like, oh, you didn't get it, like you're not supposed to get it. They like hold that over you like there's some fucking like they're geniuses that like, oh, you're not supposed to get it, it's layered, you gotta go home and like Google it. And it's like, what about the people that aren't gonna go home and Google it, that didn't get it? Like are they idiots? Like I part of me thinks that the director's job is to sort of at least form some sort of like not easily digested, but a digestible film to sit and watch. That being said, I have enjoyed movies where it is ambiguous at the end, and I am a person that goes and like Googles shit and finds that out. But I thought that one was just a little bit muddy, but I still liked it. I didn't. It's
a good movie. It's what's even harder to do is make a movie after you've made a very successful movie.
Oh, dude, and I held that.
Gotta be brutal.
Yeah, so, I know. I was watching it going like, how hard was this for him to do? And I think that being said, like he did an amazing job for like having to people. What do they say? Like people love to build heroes, but they also love to tear them down as well. Like so. Oh my God. People are just waiting for that shit, and I don't know. This is something that's gonna haunt me in the morning and be like, why'd you say that about the movie? I think overall this is my neuroses. You guys are gonna see this as this podcast progresses, that like I take a strong stance on backpedaling.
Yeah, but this podcast is all about your neuroses, man. We're gonna overcome it. It's all your friends have gotten together with me, and we're working together to get you to talk out some of your problems. You know what I mean? It's fine. You you gave an opinion. You're allowed to give an opinion on your own podcast, and he knows that movie wasn't as good as Get Out. He knows it. We all know it. It's no big deal. He made a movie. It's a good movie, and he's gonna make more movies, and he's rich as shit. So in a weird way, fuck off. You know what I mean?
Also, that being said, man, I think I'll say this: I really enjoyed Key and Peele as a sketch series. I thought that was like they had some really funny sketches on there, and
Not
they
me.
always. What's up?
Not me. I wasn't that into it.
You didn't like it, really?
It never clicked with me. It felt like it felt almost like improv-y. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of sketch. Sketch has to be dark. Like, that's why Chappelle's show is so good to me, because it's like he plays a crackhead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that shit is crazy as shit. Like, it's dark. I mean, come on. You're never going to beat the black white supremacist. Like, just think about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the greatest of all time. Yeah,
that is the greatest of all time. Like, you can't go anywhere near that. You can't. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not dogging it, because same thing. It's hard to make comedy and it's hard to do shit. But like, I don't know. Like, sketch is just not my thing.
Sketch is really hard to do.
That's my favorite sketch. I don't know if you ever seen Ass Pennies.
No, I've never seen that. What is that?
It's a sketch. It's from the first. I think it's actually from UCB. I think it was just called the UCB Sketch Show or something. I don't know. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
Just look up Ass. Everyone look up Ass Pennies. That's my favorite sketch. I think it's a pretty funny sketch. I don't know. Sketches or whatever.
I enjoyed it.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
So, are you not into art films or any kind of, going back to like films? You said it's the director's job to, build a cohesive world or whatever you said. And what about David Lynch?
Yeah, so I don't know. See, I don't think it's the director's job, but I think that like, yeah, I don't know. I maybe talk myself into a corner here, but like, because I don't know.
Do you like any art house films? Do you like David Lynch or any kind of weird like Udorovsky or however you say that guy's name?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I like it because I'm also like really into aesthetics, I guess, and so I'll find something to love about it. Is it something that I want to throw on and like, I guess I enjoy. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Like I enjoy like I enjoy humans doing anything at like a great like level. So yeah, like of course I respect all that stuff. I like the imagery and stuff in like David Lynch movies. I thought Eraserhead. That's David Lynch, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But that one was fucking cool. I thought that it was good. I like. Would you consider like Pi an art house sort of movie?
I've never actually seen Pi. I'm thinking about watching it, but
yeah, because I remember
Life
that.
of Pi, and then there's Pi, and then
hey, you know what? I'm a big fan of Life of Pi. Also, I like that movie. I think I saw it in 3D actually, and people give me a lot of shit for enjoying that movie, but I think I thought it was pretty cool.
I've never seen it either, but I've seen like, I want to see it. It looks amazing. It looks well shot. It looks weird. Life of Pi.
Yeah, it's
looks
cool.
Pretty, it's like, is it like almost like a kind of fantasy movie?
Yeah, kind of. And there's without giving away too much of it, I like there is this sort of like I don't know. I don't want to give it away, but it's like it's not what it seems like. You know what I mean? Like
ooh, there's a guy and he wakes up every day and it's the same day. And then he
no,
is that
no, that's how I've been feeling in this fucking. I mean, I know that's a hack premise. Everybody on Instagram has done that.
It's a hack.
But yeah, no, I like art house movies. I'm been thinking. You know what? Lately, I've been enjoying like escapist movies. I like stuff that gets me out of my head. And
do you mean like Escape from New York or Escape from Alcatraz?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's funny.
Great.
Escape from New York, Escape from LA. I like those, they're fantasy, sort of like they get you out of your own. They're made to entertain, and I've been enjoying that. I like comedy. I like, I have to be in a certain mood. I'm super sensitive to music and movies. Like I think that if I'm in a shitty mood, I have to be in a really specific mood to throw on like a sad movie. I don't think I've watched a sad movie in It's been not knowingly. There have been like one time somebody talked me into watching The Notebook, and I don't know if you've watched that snuff film.
Nah.
But have you ever seen it?
No, I never watched it.
Okay,
I know what it's about.
So whatever. So like,
I avoid. I mean, I'm sure it's a great movie, but I'm into crime movies. I need murder, kung fu.
I like those. I like those too. I
like crime movies. Have murder in it.
So what I'm saying is like, I go into The Notebook thinking it's this like romantic movie, and then you're never gonna see it, so I'll spoil it for you. Basically, at the end, you find out that this woman has Alzheimer's and she's in a hospital, and the only way she can remember her husband is if he reads their story to her from a notebook. And she has a mental breakdown. She starts crying because she doesn't know who her husband is. She starts screaming, and the nurses have to hold her down. And I felt sort of, for lack of a better word, and I'm violated. I was like, what the fuck? I thought this was a romance movie. All of a sudden, I'm confronted with this lady having a mental breakdown because she has Alzheimer's and is terrified in this hospital bed. And I didn't appreciate that, not one bit.
No,
anyway,
who wants to see that? I mean, if you want to see that, I could take you to... I mean, not anymore because she died, but I could have taken you to my great-grandmother's.
Oh, come on. She was a nice lady. Don't bring that up.
She was, but she didn't remember people.
And I hate to do this to you, but she actually owed me $20. Can you get that for me? She could not remember.
There's no way she'd remember that. She didn't even remember my mom.
Well, she didn't owe your mom $20. She owed me $20. We had a falling out, and I didn't.
I'll tell you what. She could easily pretend that she didn't owe you $20, and you wouldn't know the difference. She could very easily just be like, who is this guy? And it'll sound very similar to real life, which was she didn't remember a lot of people, but.
Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, it's sad. Well, she's dead now, and we're gonna be
rest
there.
In peace.
Rest in peace. We're gonna be there so soon.
Nope, I don't want to hear that. Nope.
Ourselves.
No.
So enjoy your life.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Make
not
jokes
me.
about old.
I'm gonna live forever.
I'm 96 and I don't remember you. Feel free to make fun of me. I don't give a fuck. Laugh right in my face, and then when I get mad, just be like, "You won't remember this tomorrow."
I wouldn't do that out of respect, because I would know what I did. I would leave there feeling like shit. So
I'm sure you'll die before me anyway.
What the fuck? Where did this come? Where did this start? Why would I? I don't know about that.
Let me ask you a question.
Is this a bet?
Let me ask you. Oh, that's a great bet. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Sure.
Let me ask you a question. If you could die anyway, you could pick your own death.
Oh my god, I hate this.
You hate it? You get to pick.
It's so grim, dude.
You could die in your sleep. No, it's actually like it's we're gonna have to do it at some point. You might as well pick something,
I used to think that I want to die laughing, but that seems like, you ever had those like laughs those laughs that hurt really bad? I don't know if that would be maybe the most painless. I don't want to die. I kind of don't want to die in my sleep, because I kind of want to know that it's happening. It's like,
right.
It's like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't like that. The best way to die, I would love to die like really rich, to where I accomplished everything I wanted to do in my life.
Yeah.
Bought my parents a house. Everybody
Right.
that I loved was taken care of. I look as I lay in my bed, and people are crying. I go, "Don't cry. I lived a good life. Don't cry for me. I want you to have a party and celebrate my life. Don't cry about my death."
They suffocate you with a giant bag of money. I mean, come on. How are you gonna die?
No, because that's also painful. I don't know. I don't know. I would like to go.
But you want to see it coming. So here, let me suggest something. You get hit by your own tour bus right after a huge tour, the biggest tour. You're super tired. You're like, fuck, man, I'm so sick of touring. I'm so sick of it. I just want to I'm done. I just need to rest for a really long time. And you look up and you see the bus and you're like, is he going to stop? Fuck. And then boom, you're dead. That's it. And you've already paid off like all your parents, and you wrote out your will, and there's all that tour money.
Cut to me in the great beyond, looking down, and we find out it was you driving the tour bus, and you killed me.
Looking down. All right,
yeah.
I guess.
Well, I don't know if you know this. In my mentality, hell is above us.
Oh, there you go.
Because you can make it up.
Hell today. I was thinking about hell today. Imagine if Jesus was like, you know what? Why, instead of bringing them to hell, why don't I just bring hell to them? And he's just like, boom, quarantine forever.
Oh, fuck that. This is not hell. that's been another issue I've had with this whole thing is like, people like comparing this shit to like slavery or prison, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, you've never, I don't know. So
you don't think it's not close to slavery? I wouldn't know, but
from what history has taught us, this is absolutely nowhere near slavery, and I don't want to hear it. And I don't want, you know what people need to think about is like our prison system. Like, people who are like, I'm going nuts, this sucks. It's like, think about what we do to our fucking prisoners. And most people are like, well, let's hope that most are in there for a reason. Let's be honest. Probably, I would say, is it crazy to say that most people in jail are not in there for the right reason, for a real reason? Like, most people in jail. There's a lot of people
that are in there. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are in there for like pretty weak reasons, like,
non-violent drug offenders.
Yeah, non-violent drug offenses, warrants, didn't pay a parking ticket, or like didn't pay tickets. You shouldn't have to go to jail for not paying tickets. That's pretty weird.
Well, that's just
a pretty weird one.
The people making money. It's like, that's another thing. It's like, as much as I joke about wanting to be rich and stuff, it's like I also sort of despise the idea of money. Like, the times that I've seen friends at each other's throats, or people upset, or people, people fucking doing crime and shit because they need money, and this whole like sort of money is such a divisive sort of thing, and once that is a part of the equation, it makes things real weird. But I would love to have it make my things real weird.
This would be a great time to mention our other sponsor right now.
Yeah, what is our other sponsor?
I don't think we have one, but that would have been a perfect time to be like, I hate money, fuck money. By the way, if you need a job, go to jobs.com.
I don't hate
is a place.
No, all right. I don't hate money. I'd say money is like a tool that you can use it for good, or you can use it for bad. I'm not a philosopher, folks.
Speaking of tools, we have an email. An email is
great.
A tool.
Great.
It's a tool that fans can write you questions.
That's right.
So let's answer a question, man, because we've been cruising right along here.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm going off on these rants, and I like.
Oh, you should be sorry. You really should be sorry. Actually, don't be sorry at all, man. We got to kill some time here.
I'm mostly sorry. Now you guys will.
That's true. That's true.
Eventually, too, I want to talk about that, like where that came from. People always ask me, and it comes from this, just being overthinking everything, being overly apologetic, and like, people would be like, "Yo, stop saying sorry, man. Like you're saying sorry too much." But it's like, fuck it. What bad could come from saying I am sorry? Let me apologize for those things, Anyway, all right, back to you in your studio, David. Hit me with these fucking questions. Also, do you know how long we've been going?
Yeah, I do. I know exactly how long we've been going.
Great, love it. Don't tell me. All right, go for it. Let's
don't worry about it. I'll give you a little. When I give you a little, I'll give you a little a little snappy snap or something. Don't worry about it. We're going.
Cool.
I'm
getting lubed up. I'm ready to fuck these questions.
A lot of these people right now, they're in it for the long haul. They're just looking for an hour to kill. They don't feel like doing the dishes. They don't feel like doing their taxes. And it's a long form. It's a long form, man. We're just cruising right along. They like the sound of our voices. They can't wait to figure out. Write us at mostlysorrypod@gmail.com and let us know how you would like to die. That would be great. We'll read it out.
I'm against this whole dying thing. I don't want to
ask Joel a question, and here we go. Question number 1. Let's just get it right out.
Oh wait! Before you do it, you know how I'd like to die? Quickly.
Yeah, that's what I said. Quickly, but you also said you didn't want to die in your sleep. You wanted to see it coming.
Yeah, fuck it. This is gonna go forever, and it's gonna haunt me. All right. Go ahead. Hit me with the question.
So you want to die by being hit with a question? All right.
Yeah, I want a 1,000-pound question to fall on my head.
But you want to look up first and be like, "Oh my God, that's definitely gonna kill me," and then dead.
I'm gonna look up and answer. It's gonna be a huge question mark that falls, and I'm gonna go, "What?" And that giant question mark will be the punctuation at the end of my going, what? All right. Jesus fucking, can you believe I do comedy for a living sometimes? I am on a roll here. All right, go ahead.
This question comes from George Howe. Thanks for sending it, George.
Thank you.
George asked, "Hey Joel, would you eat a teaspoon of your own shit if it meant you could fly for 24 hours? After the 24 hours is up, you can eat another teaspoon of shit and get right back to fly. If you want." Kind regards, George Howell. He left his mobile number. He left his number. Should I read it out?
No. So yeah, we should call. We should call him on the air, dude. No. I would say the first thought is like there are serious health repercussions from eating shit. So if I were to eat a tablespoon of my own shit, I don't think that I would even enjoy flying because I'd probably be sick. So
yeah,
probably not. No, I don't know. But then, is it worth it to be sick once? I guess we should Google, like, if any scientists are out there or doctors.
There you go.
Yeah, let me know the actual dangerous repercussions of eating shit. Because
one teaspoon? Come on,
I don't know, man. Have you ever like? I mean, how many oysters do you have to eat to get you like violently ill, dude? Like probably just one bad oyster could do, or one bad shrimp.
A bad oyster, yeah. But this could be. How do you know it's bad? He didn't say bad shit.
I'm gonna say all shit is bad, dude. I don't think there's. Yeah, you're not gonna sell me on fucking. Oh, come on. Okay. I'll say this. I want to know from people out there. Fact check it, whatever. Email us. Let me know if eating your own shit is dangerous or could make you sick.
It's definitely dangerous, and it can make you sick for sure. But the question is, what are the odds? Is there good shit versus bad shit? Like, what if it's baby shit?
I'm not. That's just I don't. You don't have to bring babies into this. My next question is there any animals?
It's not a sexual thing, Joel. Come on.
I didn't even go there. I just don't want. This is an 18 and over podcast, and we don't even mention.
Oh, so babies aren't okay. Babies aren't listening. Okay, sorry, babies.
Yeah. If there's any babies out there listening, fuck off. I don't want your listenership.
Come on, man. No. Babies. Just casually listen. Don't worry about it, and just don't tell anybody about it. There's
no other way that a baby would listen other than casually. I don't think.
Do your thing, babies.
Whatever. Fuck. Don't listen to my podcast. Anybody who's a baby out there, don't listen. And also, while you're fact checking eating your own shit thing, right. I want to know if there are any shits that you could eat that wouldn't make you sick, like because we use manure as like fertilizer. Like, could you eat cow shit? Like, could you eat bat shit? Right? Remember in Ace Ventura when he's eating the guano. And he's like, this is, what does he say? It's like tangy. This is good. What is it? And then they're like guano. And he's like, guano, what is that? I'm going to do the whole scene for you. Yeah, it's bad shit. But, I don't think so. Flying is pretty spectacular, though. It's like,
what if I was, what if I was a scientist?
Yeah.
And I told you right now, and I said, hey Joel, you get a 50-50 chance of not being sick, eating a teaspoon of shit. And
not good enough odds, dude.
You have a 99% chance of you have like the 0.2% chance of dying from it. You just won't die from it. If you get sick, you'll just get sick. Like you'll just get a bellyache. Yeah, come on, you got to take those chances. That's pretty good, man.
Nope.
To fly.
Nope. You gotta hedge, dude. I fly. I've flown before in an airplane. What's the difference of like, what? I'm gonna fly from fucking Frogtown to Echo Park quicker. Like, I don't need to. I'd honestly, the more interesting question is invisibility. Would you eat a tablespoon of your own shit?
What's so great about?
No.
I'd rather fly.
I want to be in fucking rooms where shit is happening, where people are making, I want to know what sort of deals are going on. Honestly, this brings me back to the death thing. This is disgusting and maybe like really dumb, but like, when I was a kid, like one of my like sort of fantasies was like to fake my own death just to see who would show up to my funeral and see what they would say.
That's great. Yeah, the faking your own death thing, it's like, I can't believe that no one's ever done that because it just, as
Andy Kaufman did it. Andy Kaufman's still alive. Tupac is still alive. People have done it.
That would make sense. Then that would make sense because it just feels like something you could do and get away with. if you were, someone like Andy Kaufman, but no, I think
but also it's
very
like morally like it's fucked up, like and then but then that's also the thing. It's like the reason I don't believe in a lot of conspiracy theories. It's like you couldn't get those people to, if you told a few people so they wouldn't cry, like when they found out, like they would tell. Like you can't trust people. Like every crime movie, going back to crime movies, anytime there is more than one person involved in a crime, like someone's ratting. You're going down, and the people that don't, like, I don't know, big ups to them. But I don't know if I fucking really trust anybody to like commit a crime with. Like as soon as you tell somebody, hey, we're gonna do this, you're fucked. You're already in trouble. Anyway,
well,
go ahead.
No, I wouldn't. No, I mean, I guess I would. I don't know.
You would eat a tablespoon of your shit, but I want to know. I want to know.
That's a tough one. I don't really know, man. That's a tough call. I would do it for $1 million. I would eat a teaspoon of shit for $1 million.
Oh, that I would do. Yeah, that's funny, dude. Yeah, like I would eat a teaspoon of my own shit for $1 million. I wouldn't do it to fly.
Should we get a GoFundMe going?
Because I could use.
Going? Would you do it? Would you do it for? Would you do it for 10,000?
Probably.
That's a lot of money. You would?
No. I don't know. It would have to sort of be life changing where I could buy a home or something. But like, and I would also need enough money in that to like see a doctor in case anything happened, bad.
Right. Well, let's get a GoFundMe. We'll have to do the Mostly Sorry telethon, and we'll raise money for you to buy a house and you can eat. It's gonna have to be more than a teaspoon, though. It's gonna have to be like a turd.
No.
Dog.
The question was 1 teaspoon. That's it. You don't get to up anything. That's it. Bam.
Teaspoon ain't shit. I feel like a teaspoon is nothing. Teaspoon is shit. All right. Anyway, let's
I
want to
know if that would get you sick. All right, hit me up with the facts, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it could get you sick for sure.
Yeah. What are the odds? All right. Next question.
Next question is from Steve Young. I'm not sure if it's that Steve Young or not, but Steve Young.
Which Steve Young? What are we? Who? Which Steve Young?
Hall of Fame quarterback from the San Francisco 49ers. You don't know him, Steve Young? Do you know Joe Montana?
Yes, I know Joe Montana.
Well, the guy after Joe Montana, his name is Steve Young.
He played Didn't Joe Montana play for the Broncos?
No, Joe Montana played for the 49ers, the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah.
I know Rice. Jerry Rice played for the 49ers.
Also played for the San Francisco 49ers, yes, with Joe Montana. Welcome to the fucking worst sports podcast on the planet.
I like sports, but just not that. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of football. I like the Super Bowl. All right. Go ahead.
All right. Steve Young asked you a question. He says, hey, do you think Jeremiah would be a better comic if he smoked weed?
No.
Great question.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think there's too much.
You gotta detach yourself from your friendship. I know you guys are friends, and
okay.
I think you'd be bummed if you said yes, but detach yourself from the friendship. Be honest.
No, I think I'm being honest. No, because I think there's this like weird obsession that like drugs make you better at stuff, and I have enjoyed my recreational fucking things in my life, but like I think that there is this weird illusion that drugs make you better, like or whatever. Like taking it back to my friendship with Jeremiah, like he is just as out there as people who smoke weed. Like I have shared multiple hotel rooms with Jeremiah. I've been, to different countries, different states, and I'm telling you right now, he is in the best way as crazy as the rest of us. Like I almost feel like if he were to do any sort of drugs, like I'd be worried. Like I don't know. Like I think that I'm glad he doesn't, and I think that it's weird that people like wanna like. I don't know. There's this weird thing to like. That's like some. I remember when I was in high school. Like I always, any of my friends who didn't smoke weed or anything, I was like, dude, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. And it's like they would try it and have like awful experience, and then like I would, whatever. They didn't learn anything from it. I don't think that everybody needs it in their life. I don't think that it's for everyone. And I think that he is extremely creative, very productive, without anything. And I don't know if his mind would really go anywhere like extra than where it already does. I mean, you've seen the fucking things he pulls off. Like, you know, all you gotta watch is like some of his impressions, man. Like I was tripping on his Trump and his Tiger King were like fucking goddamn amazing. Gosh darn amazing to say it in the way Jeremiah would say it, but
ding dong amazing.
That's right. Yeah, they're freaking awesome, and that's no. I don't think it would make him a better comic. I think that
Yeah, I think you sold me on it. I don't think it would either. Actually, now that
I think the only thing that makes you a better comic is hard work, getting on stage, and capturing whatever like ideas you think.
Oh,
a bad childhood. Yeah, bad childhood helps. Or like yeah. But that's the other thing.
It's not like it's not the be all end all. You know.
Yeah. So I don't know. So that's my answer to that. Any more?
It's a good answer, man. There's one more. Let's do one more, and then let's wrap it up with a little outro.
Cool.
You know, it doesn't have to be 2 minutes. You got some time, but just
okay.
We'll ask one more question, and then we'll kind of discuss
start winding
what the
down.
direction of this podcast is going to be. Hey man, this is from Jason Lastinger. Hey man, I'm a drummer and have been my whole life. I would love to come to the Comedy Store and beat you at a drum off. Just kidding, he didn't say that. I've been a drummer my whole life. I would love to hear the story of how you became an official Ludwig drummer. Also, any stories from your favorite gigs, from your punk bands you were in when you were younger would be incredible to hear. I love you, man. You are one of my favorite people on the planet, and I would definitely eat a teaspoon of your shit to fly. He didn't say that last part.
Yeah, I guessed that much. Okay, how did the Ludwig thing happen? That's a cool story. So there's this big thing called NAMM that happens every year. It's like I still don't know what it means. Like the North American Music Meeting. That's really dumb. I should have like looked it up by now, but it's a big convention.
Sounds about right. No one's gonna. Yeah.
Somebody will know. Anyway, it's a big like music convention. All the like brands are there, like from everything, guitars to DJ stuff to recording equipment to lighting to like all of that. So Jeremiah goes with our buddy Rick Classic. I think Rick invited Jeremiah, I would say 2 years ago, and maybe because I went this year, but I didn't go the last year. So they went together, and they were just walking around the floor, and I guess somebody recognized Jeremiah, went after him, and that happened to be this guy Bob Henry, who is like now a friend and sort of my connection at Ludwig, and he basically gave his card to Jeremiah on the floor and said he was a fan of Kill Tony, and that he had like, you know, they wanted to give me a drum set, and so Jeremiah gave me the card. I gave him a call that Monday, and they like shipped me out a kit like that Wednesday, and told me that they were going to put me on their artist roster, which to me is like, you know, awesome in itself, because it's like I'm on this, you know, if you go to their website, like Ringo Starr is on there and John Bonham and so many like amazing drummers, you know, and so that's been fucking kind of incredible to my mom's a big Beatles fan, so like to be on the same artist roster as that guy is awesome. They legitimized me, and it was cool. It was a life-changing sort of thing, man. It's like the thing, you know, I've been playing drums since I was 14, so it was a big accomplishment in my life, and really it means so much to me. So that's how that happened. And they've been super cool. They've come out to see the show in Chicago and out here at the Comedy Store, and yeah, it's fucking tight, dude. It's like, you know, Questlove is a fucking Ludwig drummer as well, and yeah, it's super dope. So there's that. That's how that happened. Just sort of who you meet, you never know who you're affecting when you're talking into, like, even right now, it's like I'm talking into a microphone in this apartment, but I don't know who's listening or whatever.
Hey, what's up, Spike Jones? I just want to say I'm a big fan. I'm sure he's
Me
watching.
too, man. I love Spike Jones, dude. Shout out to Spike. That dude's been a big inspiration. So, yeah, whatever. And I want to get into that when we sort of wrap up and talk about what we want to do with this show. But and then
this guy wants to hear a story from your punk bands. How many punk bands have you been in?
You know, I sang for a punk band. That was like that was supposed to be my life's goal for a while. Like when I was 17 years old, I did an album, and that was going to be, I was sort of on the trajectory to be like, that was my sort of, the model was to be, a touring punk band, like, within a few years, and possibly be like on Warped Tour and whatever, playing clubs all over the country and stuff. And but I sort of became, I still love music and stuff, but I kind of became a little disillusioned with like the wrangling of all the people in a band, which is why I love stand-up, because I can show up on my own. But it's weird now because Kill Tony is sort of a band. Like we're there's 5 of us, and like it's kind of got that same vibe. But everybody's really committed to it, so that helps. But but anyway, yeah, I played for a bunch of bands, not just punk bands. Like I was, if you're at a party and somebody was like freestyle rapping and there was like a drum set, I would play with them, or I've jammed with DJs. I've embarrassingly enough been in like, now it's embarrassing, but at the time it was cool, and I still enjoy some of the music, like rap rock groups, like rap metal bands and pop punk bands, and then also just like straight up punk bands, like fucking, and then also I guess you would call it like, what would you call like the music that like I'm trying to think of like a band, like maybe sort of this is weird, like maybe pre-punk or like post-punk, like those bands, like maybe like the Stooges or whatever, like sort of still punk, but
that's post-punk. I call it post. I don't know this, but I mean the Stooges are just rock and roll, but it's just
but that's like that's the beginnings. That's 77 rock era, like sort of that sort of stuff. So I've done all that.
It's so unique. It's like it's punk. It's crazy. Yeah, the Stooges is like, it's like an interesting band to mention. It's like Devo. What do you call Devo or something? There's some bands that just kind of defy.
For
the
sure.
Stooges just defined an era, So yeah, I'd call it garage.
And I guess we'll get deeper into these sort of like the beginnings of this and like what led to me doing this album, like singing for this punk band like later on another podcast. But to answer your question, the punk stories, like my favorite, like a lot of my favorite bands growing up were from the South Bay. So Descendants, Pennywise, Black Flag, the Circle Jerks, those bands like I really loved. Like it was like an LA sort of California skater punk, like that's and the more I look at it now, was like a lot of the kids in my school were into like the sort of hardcore like street punk or like British stuff, and it didn't really like, now I'm realizing it, like it didn't like really speak to me. Like none of their lyrics, like of course like I got political and all that shit, I was like the whole thing, but I liked these bands because they were sort of like talking about more things that I could relate to in my everyday life. So they were from LA, so I really thought that was cool and related to those. So I do this record, have this band, and my like life's dream at this time is like to play in Hermosa Beach, because like a lot of my favorite bands are from there, right? Like and so finally we get this gig in Hermosa Beach, opening up for these bands from there. There was this band called the STDs, who I think they're still around. They were fucking sick. Like they were intense. Like the drummer would play drums like in this cool way. Like he would be like throwing the finger like while he's playing and stuff. Like it was this cool, almost I would say like almost like a punk rock like version of like the Chuck E. Cheese like drummer, and I mean that in the best way. Like almost, he was almost like this like beast of like a machine, but was like just playing these beats that would like never let up, and kind of had this cool style of like throwing his arms up and doing the fuck yous, and they would like spit at the crowd and stuff, and like had this cool banter in between songs, and they were like sort of terrifying. I remember seeing them, and there was a bit of danger when they would play, and but the guy, our buddy, my like manager at the time and record producer, he was from Hermosa, so he got us a gig opening up for these guys, and we played with the Smut Peddlers, which was another band, like another punk band, and this band called F Loader. And so I was just excited, dude. I was on cloud 9 to be opening up for these bands like in Hermosa Beach. And at that moment, I was like, wow, like I've done it. I made it or whatever. And, in my mind. And it was really fun, dude. We got to play there. I got to hang out with the STDs. Like, they invited us to like their house after the show for like a party, but I couldn't go because my mom fucking drove me to the gig. Because I was like 17 or 18 years old, and I'll always like look back and be like, fuck, like I wish I would have gone to that party and gotten to hang out with some fucking Hermosa, like, hometown heroes. They're still around. And who knows, maybe they'll hear this. Shout out to the STDs. I believe it stands for like a couple things, like Surf Till Death, Set to Destroy is like one of their songs. And they just had that cool California, like Hermosa vibe, and I like them a lot.
Nice.
But that's it, yeah. So playing in Hermosa was a cool story. A lot of the other fucking gigs, man, we played a lot of backyard gigs that were cool, and a lot of them got shut down before we were even able to go up, like the first band would get to play, and then by the time we showed up, like the cops would have like shut it down. So a lot of my punk rock days singing in that band was gigs getting shut down or playing in like high school auditoriums for like a sanctioned sort of like music night. Played in Battle of the Band. I played drums like in the Battle of the Bands at my high school a few times, and but that's it. Yeah, that's the punk stuff. I would love to get into that. I guess wrapping up now, it's like that's what I want this to be. Me and you talked yesterday a little bit about like I want this to be sort of people getting to know me a little bit better, and I would love to get into sort of like my youth and growing up in Frogtown and growing up in LA, and how I ended up playing drums in bands and those stories. And I interned for a label when I was a kid, and met some people that really affected my life in a positive way and taught me that DIY lifestyle, and want to get into music and what I'm listening to and drummers and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. We'll do the mental health thing. We'll talk about food. We got into kind of a lot of that today, sort of scatterbrained in nature. But yeah, that's it. I don't know. Any sort of like thoughts from you, David, as we wind down on this first episode?
Since we're here, anyone still listening or watching or whatever, like, let us know what you guys want to hear about. What's interesting. What part of this podcast was interesting, and we're loose. We're gonna have some guests, but mainly right now, while we're just kind of quarantined, we're just gonna hang out, tell stories, get some questions for Joel, hear about his youth. But I mean, what's interesting to you guys? What do you guys want to hear about?
Yeah, and I'm just like to spitball topics too right now. It's like I want to throw out. I'm not like, I don't know, whatever. We'll talk about it all. But like I
want to talk more about films.
Cool.
That's what I'm into right now.
Movies. It's not all just punk with me. Like I love a lot of hip hop music. I said that like a dad. Like I love hip hop music. But
what, Joel? I really do enjoy that rapping. It's great.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
It's really cool. I don't know how they do it. They stay true. It seems to be a miracle all the way through it.
Wow.
It's congruent. It's congruent.
Congruent. Wow. We're going to edit that out. Nobody wants to hear David Deary rap. I'm just kidding. But I do actually.
I would think that there's got to be somebody out there. It's a weird world, Two girls
it's funny.
Was huge.
I've done a couple rap songs in my life. Like I've done a few of those. So maybe in the future they're super like embarrassing though. But
I've made some music in my life too. So maybe we'll unearth, maybe for episode 25 or 100 or something.
Yeah. As we get into it, yeah. We'll unearth
some
but,
old rap music.
For sure. Yeah, and maybe we'll drop in some stuff because I work on a few things like on GarageBand, so I've got a bunch of like instrumental stuff that I've made and whatever. So yeah, there's a lot of room for growth here, but like David said, I want to know what you guys are interested. Send us some emails, mostlysorrypod.com. And
mostlysorrypod@gmail.com.
That's right.
Hit us on the Instagram. Hit us up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hit up David. Joel. What's it? MF David Deary, right? And mine is at Mostly Sorry.
MF David Deary at Mostly Sorry.
Yeah, hit us up. Let's all let's grow together. Let's keep it positive, keep it pushing. I'm glad anybody's listening to this, and thanks for all the support. David, thanks for getting this thing off the ground. And
got it.
Glad to have you as a friend, producer / co-host. And one more time, go to Instagram, follow my buddy Robert's hot sauce company, Hot Bob Hot Sauce, on Instagram. And if you want to go buy some, swing by Lodge Bread Company, either Culver City or Woodland Hills, and hopefully they'll be able to ship it out soon. So that's it. I love you guys. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Gunshots on a gun, under wanna be. Guilt trip, these drugs are inside of me. This is not where I wanna be. This is not who I wanna be.